Deep in a valley whose mists ne'er part, lies a glen known only in whispers dark, where a monster lurks in a cavern dank, its name invokes fear with a single slank. Grentharr the Endbringer, men call it in drear, the maw that devours all held dear. What form it takes none have viewed yet survived, only the carnage its maw derided. It stalks but once every new moon dread, when phantoms prowl and corpses rise from dead. Forth from its lair Grentharr does creep, craving flesh and souls that shriek. It hunts through the valley with ravenous drive, leaving naught but bones for the carrion kite. Village by village it tracks its repast, until glutted it returns to sleep at last. The folk live in terror behind stout stockades, knowing no safety from Grentharr's raids. Each moon they pray for salvation's gift, lest the beast finish its slaughtering shift. But there was one who took no heed, of warnings or portents his mind did not read, a glutton named Boris of wide renown, no feast he'd refuse in hamlet or town. His bell rose high as his waistline fell low, to slake an appetite constant and grow. Meats both hearty and delicate rare, all vanished within his ravenous maw. He'd gorge upon morsels until fit to burst, yet still have room for puddings accursed. Wines and ales new brews each night, would continue his feasting until we light. But the elders warned him to change his ways, lest Grentharr claim him on coming days. Control your hunger lest gullet be gutted. By the maw your gluttony may be rebutted. Yet Boris gave them only a scornful laugh, no beast has guts to challenge my quaff. Grentharr knows better than prey on me, I fill its belly so it goes hungry. The moon waxed round on its chilling course, bringing Grentharr's nightly forced. Boris prepared for a might feast within, careless of the evils that waited without then. He gorged on mutton, beef and poultry rare, washed down with flagons of winter meat so fair, puddings dense and platters piled high, his belly and table both bulged with supply. As the hours passed in wining and dining privy, outside the predator hunted shrewd and shifty. Grentharr's keen scent caught Boris' savor, drawing it to the glutton as doomed flavor. It stalked through the mist like a phantom dire, honing in on the feast through its living fire. Beneath his home it halted grim, awaiting its moment to seize its whim. Boris continued eating without rest or care, oblivious to the evil lurking there, till at last stuffed near to exploding he sighed, "Bring ale and cheeses, my hunger's still undeed." But even as servants hurried to obey, a rumble arose like doomsday's deadly fray. The floor splintered with cracking thunder, revealing the maw of the hunter under. 2 orbs blazed with a flame most fell, as Grentharr emerged from its mooring hell. Fang jaws gaped in a rictus most gaunt, ready to take what glutton's gullet still taunted. Boris gaped utterly turned to stone, as Grentharr rose above his debris prone. It lunged without mercy or pause of heart, engulfing the glutton in its ripping maw part. With savage relish it tore off limbs and sheets, devouring dripping morsels and savored meats. Bones were splintered and cracked for marrow rich, not a scrap of Boris escaped its voracious ditch. When sated it sank back into the dark, leaving a scene of splatter and grisly lark. Bodies and furniture lay in ruin spread, of all who witnessed Boris' grim deathbed. The village awoke to horror most dire, of their glutton's end in a tomb pyre. They gave praises for surviving that fell night, and swore hence never to overindulge appetite's spite. Grentharr's prowess was now widely known, none would challenge its realm and powers woed. Excess would never again find harbor, lest one face the maw in its roiling barbar. The glutton's demise served as a dread exemplar, of each sin indulged with greed sans temper. Lewd and unrestrained hunger brings only woe, best keep belly and maw tempered and milder bestow. So Grentharr yet lurks in the mist most deep, guarding its domain when new moons awake from sleep. It feasts but once to renew coat and vigor, all else live wary of the maw's ravening rigor. As for gluttons, beware your cravings coup, lest facing a terror such as Grentharr be a ruinous stoop. Its purpose is understood by those who ponder sin, to chasten excess lest bellies o'erbrim within. Heed well this tale of dread and mortal affright, lest your own maw attract such a beast through the night. Let appetite know boundaries beyond mere wants, or a monster will claim you as a grisly taunt.